Hey everyone, I'm Adam.
Oh, hi. I'm Debbie.
And me, I'm Sunny Justice, and this is how we was.
Hey.
Hello.
Hello.
How are you?
Oh, I'm tired.
Yeah, I am too.
Oh, it's been a crazy weekend.
Yeah,
We've
it really
had
has.
moving Sam back to college, soccer game, first game they won against Concordia University in Chicago.
Congratulations
Yeah.
to Sam.
Yeah. And then I had a parents meeting I had to do and my daughter's birthday. It's been crazy.
Yeah,
And you went to a soccer game, right?
I did go to a soccer game tonight, which is why we're late. But
What game? Who was playing? Who'd you
we
play
played
against?
Orlando. I guess Orlando. I think the Lions. I don't know.
I don't know.
Yeah, we lost. So
Oh man,
yeah, it wasn't that fun. But
that stinks.
But I do have to say it was nice that I literally walked in my door and the sky just dropped out and it started pouring. So I could not have timed that better.
So you missed it. That's good.
Yeah.
Okay, because you've been in the midst of the rain a few times lately.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, definitely. We had rain. We had rain in Chicago. It rained twice. This was just like a friendly, they call it, you know?
Yeah.
So we played, instead of full game, we played 3 30-minute halves. And so some of the reserve players got a chance to play too. So that was nice for them. And in between it rained twice. Yeah.
Yeah. SP74, just really quickly, it's the MLS team. I live in Charlotte and we're in the East Division. So MLS. I have season tickets with my dad.
So we did not plan.
We have four more matches home after after
really?
tonight. So yeah.
Aw. And you love that, spending time with your dad. So that's going to be a bummer.
Yeah.
Lisa said, did we plan fashion because we're both wearing black?
I know we are. Doesn't Deb look beautiful tonight? I love the
Oh.
glasses and the black look. I thought it was very
It's my
chic.
Harry Potter glasses.
No, it's very chic.
I had something else on and I was cold because the air conditioning was freezing in here. So I pulled this sweatshirt out and I didn't realize, but it's like 3 sizes too big.
Well, if you cast a spell on
Whatever.
us, we'll
Yeah.
yeah. I have to say I took my jersey off and I'm just wearing like my t-shirt that was under it. So yeah, do we want to do a roll call and then?
Yeah, let's do a roll call here. Let's do a roll call. Let's say hi to Aussie who joined us. I believe Aussie was the first one in here. Good job.
Yeah, and it's my fault that we moved to 11 instead of 10:45.
I'm sitting here going, we're late, and then I looked up, I'm like 11.
It takes a minute to type it up and everything.
Yeah. SP74, hello. It's Fig, hi. Hey, Lake Michigan and Journey. Journey says chocolate chip cookie dough. Let's go. You are one crazy chick, Journey.
Right.
Joey Lowell. Hey, Joey, we have not seen you in a while. Where have you been, mister? Remy Stuff, good to see you. Joel says, hi, Adam Baum. Never
Aww.
Silent. Hey, buddy. Thanks for joining us. And that's it for right now. We've got 33 watching, only 16 or so thumbs up. So
you said
thumbs up.
I wasn't listening clearly. So you said it's Fig, and did you say Lake Michigan?
Did I? I thought I said Lake Michigan.
Right.
Hey, Lake. Hey, Betty. Is it Betty Moggers or Betty Majors?
Journey, we'll take some chocolate chip cookie dough.
Right?
Right.
Oh my gosh. I ate way too much tonight. It was my daughter's birthday. So we always do a family dinner here. And she wanted crab legs. So we did king crab legs. I'm telling you, they were massive. Lobster tail and steak, green beans and the scalloped potatoes, bread, and then cake. And I don't know if you've ever had a Costco cake.
I have.
Oh my gosh. They're so good.
Do you know what else is good at Costco? Their pies are good. Like you can get a pumpkin pie at Costco for like $5, and it you can't make a pumpkin pie for $5.
And they're huge. Their pumpkin pies are like this big.
They're huge.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, their
really
cake is the
bomb.
Hey, Cal.
I know that we have some serious stuff to get into. You're never silent. I don't know. Did you say peace?
Yeah.
CJK. Journey. I'm not familiar with the person you're talking about, but the sun will be up tomorrow. I'm just kidding. No, Sunny is taking a little bit of a rest.
Mm-hmm.
She will be back on Thursday when we interview Angela Thomas, and she's got a lot going on right now, just with her job change and everything like that, and so she needed a little bit of time just to work on what her next move is, and so Deb and I wanted to make sure we could come on tonight, and originally we were just going to come on
Chad.
and do a little bit of a hangout and a chill, and then sadly we got the sad news today about Kylie Rodney. So we'll be talking about that very shortly, in very shortly. Kelt, hello.
Yep. Hey, Kelt. Chad Tombley. Hello, Chad. Welcome.
Hey, Chad.
And if you haven't, let me just say, if you have not subscribed to us yet, please do so. We love our subscribers. And, we are going to be doing, like I said, we do some subscriber mode only videos live. So you'll need to be a subscriber for that. And we are going to be working on also some member exclusive lives that we do. And so at bare minimum, just subscribe to us, please. And you just click that subscribe button and click the bell so that you get the alerts. That will help us out a lot. And then if you'd like to become a member, there's a little rectangle down there, and just click that and join. And you can join for as little as $1.99 for the Paw Patrol membership. And when you do that, you can become a member of our private Facebook group. We only let people who join come into that. And then once you've joined, go to the Facebook group. It's a Criming Shame. Apply for membership, fill out all the questionnaire, and then
Just
email
3.
Sunny. 3 questions, right? Email Sunny with your correct Facebook name so that she knows who to let in. And you can do that at acrimingshame@gmail.com.
Yeah, and it's on the bottom of the screen scrolling.
Right.
And we also are going to do, I believe this week or next week, we're going to do another giveaway. We still have a couple of copies of Caught Facts' novel. That we, and I believe this next one we are going to do for members only. If don't quote me, but I believe that we are going to do it for members only.
Yeah.
So that'll be coming up. And then really quickly, Lisa, you are welcome. I adore you, and I will always have your back when I agree with you, which I always do. So you are welcome.
Aw, who do I need to fight for Lisa?
No, I don't. No one. I've got Lisa's back, but you do need to say hello to someone that I put on the screen right now, Deb.
Sweet Caroline, bum bum bum.
Okay.
Hey there, Sweet Caroline.
Hey, Caroline.
Love that name. Love the song.
So, and really quickly again before we get into everything, if everyone could just say a positive word or a prayer for Belinda, who is one of our good members. She is going through a rough time. Also, if everyone could say a prayer and a sweet word for our good friend Sloopy. She as well has got a little bit of a hiccup right now, so just let her know that we're thinking of her and we love her.
We do. We love you, Sloop.
So
love you so much. And if you did not catch CD's live on what do they call that?
The Red Talk on Reddit.
Red Talk, yeah.
Number
Red
3,
Talk on Reddit.
Focused mainly on the Ron Logan affidavit and search warrant. I have not honestly listened to it all. I started it, I listened to half of it, and then I had to get to work.
That's what happened to me. I've gotten to half of it, and I've got it saved so I can listen to the rest. It's on his Facebook.
It is
or
on his channel,
YouTube. Yeah, on his YouTube channel. So you can just go to.
I don't have my phone. I don't have my phones. I don't have my phone on, or I would drop the link to the video. But maybe if someone can find it, they can drop the link.
Alrighty.
Deb, do you want to talk about, again, sadly, for anyone that doesn't know, I'm sure everyone knows, but they sadly found Kylie Rodney's remains tonight
Today,
in her vehicle, I believe. Deb knows more information about it than I do.
Yeah.
So I'm going to let her take the lead on that.
Yeah. They did. 16-year-old Kylie Rodney was located at the Prosser Reservoir, and she was in about 14 feet of water. Her car was there. She was in the car. The
upside
car
down,
car had flipped upside down. And Adventures with Purpose are the ones that found her, and they did so quickly. I mean, it's I listened to Gray tonight, and he was saying this. He was saying that it was amazing that they didn't find her car earlier since it was only in 14 feet of water. And his point was that divers or even snorkelers would have been able to see it. It's a very clear lake. So, but I will say that with the car flipped over, it probably looked visually different through the water. And so that may have been a part of it.
And we are no way experts on what an underwater search would look like. From what I have heard, I know their initial searches of the water, they had divers, they had swimmers. I don't know how extensive the searches were.
Mm-hmm.
Everything I kept reading was that they were, afraid of turning up soot and things like that. And I know that Chaos Divers and Adventures with Purpose both do an incredible
Mm-hmm.
and unprecedented job of,
Mm-hmm.
Adventures with Purpose. I mean, I think that they are unmatched in the equipment and the techniques that they
Mm-hmm.
use while they're searching. And so, I mean, I think I want to give a huge shout out to Adventures with Purpose because, as far
Oh,
as I know,
yeah.
they arrived on the scene on Friday. They came straight from another case in Wisconsin,
Mm-hmm.
and then within 48 hours, they solved, sadly, the mystery of where Kylie was.
Right. They
Now,
looked at
is
several
okay.
different bodies of water around the area, and then went right back to the Prosser Reservoir. And we can't put the map up because we don't have um, Sunny's equipment tonight to utilize. Um,
Yeah,
but
I'm on my iPad and I can't share my screen. But
yeah,
but but as far as I know, she was found in the immediate area of where her phone pinged last, correct?
um,
That body of water.
close by that body of water, and close
Yeah.
by. Yeah.
So no, I've
Uh,
not read because I read two articles really quickly as I was on my way home from that soccer game tonight because that's when I
mm-hmm.
first heard about it. I know the news broke earlier today, but I didn't see anything until this evening, and
Mm-hmm.
there's been no indication, of course, I'm assuming, as to the cause of her ending up in the water.
No, they don't know that yet. This is going to be really a really like low budget thing here, but I'm actually going to
Oh, it's okay. Well, let's go
pull them.
bootleg.
Yeah, we're going to go bootleg. And I want to thank Gray Hughes for putting up this map. He did an excellent job as always. But want to give him total credit for this. But this is a map. I don't know how you can see it.
Yeah.
Right there is where
The
the
yellow
party
pin that
was.
Deb's feet, yeah, where Deb's finger
Yeah.
is, the yellow little pin is where the party was. The
Yeah.
I'm assuming the arrow is where the car was found.
Right. So if you
Yeah.
would look, there are several all those little white lines are roads. And
Yeah.
there's one that comes right down here and around and right there. So it comes around, let's see if I can do this. It goes from the party place around here and right to where she was found. So the guesstimation is that she was highly intoxicated. It was dark. She left, took that little road, following it around, and just drove into the water.
Right. And as tragic as that is, sadly, that would probably be the best case scenario with this. I hope
Mm-hmm.
that it was nothing more sinister.
Yeah.
I mean, I know that also with that lake, if you look at the Google Earth images of that lake, the water levels are much higher when on the Google Earth images. I believe it was like around 78 to 80 feet deep normally, and I believe the water levels, because the western United States is in a extreme drought.
Hang on a second.
And
There we go. That's better.
I know that the water levels were down, so
Right. And she was found in only 14 feet of water.
right.
So probably when it went in, like, you go in and the rush of the water could just tip.
Yeah.
Once it starts going, could tip and the car could flip upside down, which makes perfect sense to me that could happen.
Especially when you're in a small SUV of the size of like a CRV. I can easily see where that can happen. Of course, that's all speculation. I hope that nothing more sinister happened, so I'm going to keep my fingers crossed. And I mean, still though, my heart breaks for her mother and her father.
Oh yeah.
And if it was an accident, I feel like my heart goes out to
Sammy.
All of the
Jagger.
people that have been implicated. Jagger, Sammy, all of these people that people have speculation and suspicion on for now.
Yeah. I will admit she did
oversweet.
say some odd things that perplexed
Right.
me as well, but she just could be that, as we talked about, that unusual personality.
Yeah.
You know,
That's what I took it as. I could be wrong. But yeah. And
yeah,
again, it's not
I don't think there's any foul play. It
right.
makes perfect sense to me what happened when I saw that map. And again, Gray did a beautiful job with that. When I saw that map and how the road curves around and comes right back there, that makes perfect sense.
Yeah.
You know?
I mean, I hate that she was put in a position where she was able to get into a car and drive if that was what happened.
Yeah.
But I'm also not going to blame her friends for that because they're going to blame themselves for the rest of their lives.
Oh yeah.
And I don't want to put any more pain on them than they've already going to go through and are going through.
Exactly. And they were probably intoxicated as well, and they're young and just do dumb things.
Yeah.
You know?
I understand being in a position where you have where someone that is important to you makes a poor decision that you could have prevented but didn't, and what that does to you. And so it makes me very defensive of people that are put in that position because, hindsight is 20/20. And I think if we could all go back and change different little things in our lives, there's always something you could do to change something.
I'm extremely sad for the family to have a loss like this. Beautiful 16-year-old girl. She sang, played guitar, was very creative, talented young lady.
Only child as well, I believe, right?
I think so. And, that's heartbreaking. But at the same time, I also have some bit of relief for them that they won't be going through years of wondering where their child is. And,
Yeah.
Very sad. Very, very sad. There's a news article that I can share if you would like for me to.
Yeah, if you want to read it.
Sure. Let me pull that up.
And and again, I understand the people in the chat that are saying that they think the friends may have known more. They may have. I just, until I'm not going to put any of that on anyone until we know for certain.
Well,
I think
and we don't know. I mean,
we don't.
There is a chance that something could have happened to her. She OD'd and they took the car and pushed it in the water and made it look like an accident. That's a possibility. We'll find out when they do the toxicology report, I guess, when they do all that. But we don't know. And so we can't say that.
Right. Because most of us have all followed true crime enough to know that, and I don't want to speculate too much on a girl that's a 16-year-old that's dead. But, we all know enough that, if there's no water found in the lungs, that means she was deceased before she went into the water. So that, hopefully we'll all be told with a autopsy, which I would assume we'll all probably know the results of by Tuesday or Wednesday.
Yeah. So Sammy said that she called her around 12:30ish and said, "Hey, did you still? I'm going to take off. Did you still need that ride home?" And Sammy said, "No, actually, I'm halfway home now. I found another ride."
Yeah, well, she said Kylie called her. Yeah, she said Kylie called her.
Yeah, that's
12:36.
Did I say Sammy? I meant Kylie called Sammy and asked, "Do you still need the ride home?" Yeah.
Yeah, exactly, sweetheart. No one knows what happened. So yeah, we're just speculating. And again, like I said, it's tragic regardless. But I do think the best case scenario in this situation is if it was just a pure wrong way drunk driving accident.
Yeah.
Because there's not a good outcome to it. But at least that would provide it, I don't know, more of a just easy answer. I don't know. That might not make sense.
Yeah. We can go back and answer some questions in the chat. I'm going to go ahead and hopefully I'll get through this, read this article. A search and recovery group looking for Kylie Rodney, a Truckee teenager who went missing after attending a campground party in Placer County, confirmed they found her. The group, which is Adventures with Purpose, said in a Facebook post Sunday, "We have confirmed Kylie is inside." The group said, explaining she was found in her car in Prosser Creek Reservoir. The post also specified Rodney's family had been notified and law enforcement is on the way to confirm details. The car was upside down in only 14 inches of water, and we have confirmed
14 feet.
that, 14 feet. It's late. And we have confirmed that Kylie is inside. Family is notified. We will be on the scene the rest of the day, and we'll have a live stream tomorrow, and we'll make an announcement as to time later this afternoon. And that was NBC in the Bay Area.
So was that Adventures with Purpose that's going to have a live tomorrow?
No, that's the NBC in the Bay Area. Yeah. But I imagine that, you want to keep an eye on Adventures with Purpose.
They did issue a statement. Do you know what their statement said?
Yeah, I do, actually. Here it is. Said, "We just found Kylie Rodney," and they did the prayer emoji, and said, "Car is upside down in 14 inches of water. We've confirmed Kylie is inside. Families notified. Law enforcement on their way. We will be on scene the rest of the day." Oh, it is from them. "And we will do a live stream tomorrow and make an announcement as to what time later this afternoon.
Okay.
Thank you to everyone for support and donations. Blah, 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 blah." Yeah,
right.
That actually was their statement. It was just,
Okay.
It looked like it was NBC's.
Does anyone in the chat know if they actually issued the time they'll be doing their live tomorrow?
I have not seen that. CJK says their news conference will be at 9 a.m. Pacific time tomorrow.
So that is 12 p.m. Eastern time. So
is that going to be on a YouTube channel, or what will that be on?
Well, if it's Adventures with Purpose, I'm assuming they'll be live streaming it. Although, or is this the press conference from the law enforcement? Because
it said Adventures with Purpose.
I don't believe law enforcement. I don't believe has done a press conference this evening. Correct?
Yeah. I'm going to go back up to the chat and see if we have any questions or comments that people are making. It's just so sad.
It really, it's theirs. Okay. Yeah. So I'm assuming it's theirs, meaning Adventures with Purpose. It is tragic. If I think of all of the stupid and the things that I did when I was 16, we're all we could probably all say we're lucky to be here.
Yeah, I would say that. Kids, teenagers do really dumb things, and they think they're invincible, that nothing can happen to them. But it does, and more often now. They're crazy things that happen and crazy people out there that you have to watch out for.
Yeah.
Joey says that he said she would be found in a car near water. I also believe she OD'd and somebody put her in there.
Again, and that's a possibility. It is speculation, of course, but we will find out shortly, I'm sure.
Yeah, CJK says they found her within 30 minutes of searching. They found her within 30 minutes of searching that particular body of water. They had searched a couple of other bodies of water earlier on the weekend, Friday or Saturday or something.
Well, they got there Friday, so
yeah.
I would, but the funny thing is, that was the body of water closest to where she went missing. You would have thought that would have, we'll find out, I'm sure, during their live feed tomorrow, what process they took.
I think that probably because they did not, and we talked about this the other night. Somebody said, I had said she probably, drove into the water, and they're like, no, there would be tracks. And that may be what law enforcement was. Yeah. Law enforcement may have gone along the, sand there or the bank and said, oh, no tracks, so it couldn't be here. But yeah, if she didn't break, there wouldn't be tracks, especially if it was a dry and not, wet or muddy area.
Yeah,
But yeah, once they started searching the Prosser, is that how you say it? Prosser Creek Reservoir, they found her within 30 minutes.
Right. And I mean, kudos to all of the people that called on Adventures with a Purpose to get involved, because it's not in their standard practice to get involved with a case until at least 3 months to 1 year after someone's gone missing. They usually come in as a last resort.
I did not know that.
Yeah, that's usually their policy, is they wait 3 months to 1 year after someone's gone missing before they get involved, because they don't want to interfere with law enforcement. They don't want to step on toes. They want to give all of the official investigative tools and methods their opportunity to work their investigation. And so the fact that so many people reached out to them immediately and asked them to get involved, they made an exception only because they were wrapping up this case in Wisconsin, to my knowledge, and that they're based in Oregon. And they said that they would route their way home through California and do a search for Kylie, which thank God for them, because I mean, this family, potentially that means this family could have been waiting months and months and months before they got the answer that they got today, which is still heartbreaking because their baby girl is gone, which, this seems to be also an incredibly bright girl who had the whole world ahead of her, graduated high school at 16 years old.
Yeah.
And it's just horrible. I mean,
it is. It's very horrible. When she contacted her mom, did she call her mom or text her mom? A text. See, that's the thing. Like, if she had called her mom might have been able to, hear her voice and realize and maybe go get her. But in a text, you can't tell if someone is very intoxicated. Oh, poor mom. CJK says, and from some other who had shows earlier today, it looks like she turned the wrong direction and drove straight to the water. Right. That's what I think too. And looking at it.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly, Lisa. 16-year-olds are very inexperienced at driving. Especially
when you're thinking about like an area like that. I don't know if you've grown up in a rural area, even if you know the area, if you're intoxicated, and of course we're speculating, we don't know what happened to her other than the result, but I mean, there are no lights when you're out in the woods like that. So if you're out in the middle of the woods and you leave an area of a party and you turn one way or another, it doesn't take 2 seconds before you have no lights ahead of you. There's no guidance. And if, those roads didn't have any like barriers to stop you from going into the water, because a lot of them were boat ramps. And a lot of them were just, like kind of pull-offs into, not like even like concrete boat ramps, just pull-offs into where people would pull off into their boats. So it would be really easy to drive off into a body of water in the pitch black.
Right. And if you're coming down that road and you think you're on a main road and you're just driving 30, 40 miles an hour.
Even if you think you're on a trail on the way out.
You would be in the water before you would even realize it if it were dark.
Absolutely.
I mean, I've done that. When I was a teenager, I remember coming home. I was late coming home from, I didn't drive in the water, but I was late coming home from a friend's and going really fast. And the road turned sharply. And it was a road I didn't usually use. It was a shortcut, and didn't realize that it was going to turn like that, and went into somebody's driveway, like a country. So it was a long country driveway, but went up and came down and hit the oil pan, busted the oil pan on my car. But that happened so quickly. I had no way, to stop or turn. And that,
Right.
that would be the same thing if she's, yeah.
And Joey and Ivy, again, that's a valid point, you know. And again, we don't know. We don't know how drunk she was. We're only
Yeah.
going off the words that have been told. You know, I'm sure we'll find out. I'm sure that I'm sure that they'll still be able to do toxicology. They'll still be able to do those kinds of
Oh,
things
yeah.
in an autopsy. But yeah, I mean, I've been pretty tipsy before, and I've sent a pretty immaculate text. So who knows? I don't know.
Right.
And again, then now Deb doesn't drink, and she's never written a text where she doesn't misspell something.
This is true. That's because I'm typing with both thumbs really quickly on my phone, and then because I'm thinking, I'm typing, and I send it before I check it.
We're like, Deb, what do you mean with that?
Shut up, Adam. I think this is a really good, I'm going to read this, and a good analogy. CJK says that he was sitting on the beach last September, and they could hear the waves but not see the ocean at all because it was so dark.
Yeah. I don't see that.
Yeah. Just looking at some of the messages here. Never Silent says, I agree, Joey. I think the friends know more. I think that the friends, they may or may not know more, but I think their families didn't want them to get involved because they're going off to college and they don't want to wreck any of their scholarships or get in any kind of trouble. You know, perhaps some of them had, is the drinking age in California?
21.
21, yeah. So they might have been kids that were over 18, and they might have been 21. If they are the ones that gave her the alcohol or bought it, then they could be in trouble. Right. So there's so many things. Yeah, we don't know. There's so many things, so many reasons why they might not want to talk. Other than being involved.
I was not a big partier in high school. I didn't drink a lot or anything like that. But I know that if I ever wanted alcohol, it was never like a problem to get it, and that was 20 years ago. So I would assume it's no different now. Yeah. And I don't know the answer to this, Kelt. I'm sure that we will probably find out if you watch Adventures with Purpose tomorrow. I don't know how Adventures with Purpose goes about their relationship with law enforcement. I know that they, for the most part, are usually welcomed into the fold, but I don't know how they go about, if they get permission. I don't know how that works. I would assume to orchestrate a organized dive and search like that in a crime area, or at least a suspected crime area, that you would need some sort of permission from law enforcement, but I could just be ignorant about that, and I'm not sure. Hey, Sloopy.
Hey, Sloop.
I hope that you're feeling well and doing okay. Sending love to you.
Yep. Sending all our love and good vibes and energy to you.
Yeah. Yeah, Joey, we will just have to wait and see in the coming days. Like I said, I doubt it will take long for... I would assume by midweek we should probably, mid to end of the week, we should know some sort of autopsy results, maybe. Does that sound reasonable?
Possibly. Again, it depends on how many cases they have in front of them in the labs.
Well, it's a pretty rural area in California, so hopefully not too.
Betty, that's a good point, and I was thinking of that myself, that, when the car went down, it's flipping, that's going to be very disoriented, especially if you're already drinking. and you're upside down. So if she was conscious, she probably had a difficult time getting out. And then once the car is submerged, it's hard to get the doors open.
Yeah. I mean, there's so many what ifs and like possibility. I mean, chances are chances are the car flipped from the motion of the water. So, I mean, you could speculate she should have gone out the sunroof. And I mean, there's so many, because I know she had a sunroof. But,
yeah.
Yeah.
But if she was, driving and in the water, you would go, you would be down in there pretty quickly, I'm thinking.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then just the floatiness, just that floaty of the water could tip you around.
Yeah. Typically, whichever if it's a body of water with a current, that can cause the car to flip, or just the weight of the car being heavier on one side can, or the embankment. Yeah. But yeah, SP74, Tox does usually take some time, but they should at least know if she had water in her lungs in the initial. That's one of the first things they can find in an autopsy. So cause of death, they should be able to figure out before toxicology.
So Never Silent says, it's usually 24 to 48 hours for an autopsy to be complete here, but can take up to 3 weeks to actually file the report.
Yeah. Exactly. Don't you have to wait for the insides to fill with water before you can roll the windows down? Would the electric windows work? I don't know. I mean, they always say you should carry one of those tools with you to break the window.
Mm-hmm.
But typically the sunroof is the easiest way to get out if you're conscious and you go into a body of water, because it takes a minute to sink. And if you're upright and you can get out the sunroof, that's usually your best way to get out.
Right. I will tell you just a tip if that, God forbid that ever happened, but the headrest, pull that out. The end
and
of
use
it is
that
actually,
to bust it.
Yeah.
Sorry, Deb.
You get so excited. Oh yeah.
I knew the answer to that one.
Me. Yeah, if you pull that headrest out, the metal end of that's what that's for.
Yeah.
Just kind of at a point to bust the window. Yeah, I would think in water, the electricity in your car would short out pretty quickly.
Yeah.
Very sad situation.
Tammy77 says, Adventures with Purpose, once they identify if it's the right car and sees or feels and finds evidence that the person is in it, it hands off. They come up, notifies the family first, then they call the police. And it sounds like what they did in this case as well.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I know that the family was notified immediately.
Yeah.
And the case has been handed over to the police, and they will take over from here. So, yeah, I'm going to have to visit their YouTube channel. That's something I would donate to, definitely.
Yeah. Oh, that's good to know. Tammy, hashtag Adventures with Purpose sells the tools for keychain that breaks the windows and cuts the seatbelt.
Oh, cool. Yeah.
That is cool.
Yeah, that's good to know too. I'll have to look on there. I know I looked a little bit on one of their websites, and they had a lot of merchandise that they sold.
Do they? I didn't know that. I know that we have talked with one of them is supposed to be joining us in September for a live.
Mm-hmm.
And I can't remember which of the
Paul, two. Is there a Paul? What are their names?
I can't remember which of the two it is, but one of them is committed to coming onto one of our lives in September.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
That was because they were going to have a little bit of a break, and they said they would come on. So look forward to that.
Yep. Yeah, maybe we could do some kind of a fundraiser night that night for them.
Yeah.
Like do half of the donations or something. I'd love to do that.
Yeah, I think they all have our utmost respect. Kelt says kind of what I was thinking. Thanks, guys. Don't know about you, but I don't know if I could keep a level headed enough to get out.
Right.
Very, that's very true. SP74, do you know what did they say on their Facebook about an hour ago? Because I don't have my phone on right now.
Yeah, I didn't see any update, but I probably missed it.
Unless it was the update that you read.
Might be.
And we're not going to stay long tonight. We're not going to stay on long tonight, guys. We just wanted to come on and do a little live and hang out for a little bit. Originally, it was going to be
like everybody.
Originally, it was going to be like a Sunday night, like hang out and not talk about serious stuff live.
And
but
goof. We should never make plans.
No, we shouldn't.
We should never make plans.
Yeah. Confirmed license plate in car, yeah.
Yeah.
And somehow it's always the night that Sunny's like, I'm going to bed. I'm not gonna be.
I know. Or you guys are both at work and I'm texting going, such and such just happened. Get on here. Get on here.
Yeah. Joey, are you referring to the fighting going on about this case in regards to the whole? Well, what are you referring to, Joey? Because I know that. Is it anything. The whole Sammy stuff, or is it the whole Ryan Upchurch and Ronnie stuff?
Thank you, Sloopy. We love you. Mwah, mwah, mwah.
I'll gloss.
We got a gloss.
I'm running dry. You might YouTube money.
Oh, you need to get some new gloss.
I know.
I was kind of jealous. I found Care Bear lip oil stain and the Care Bear eye palette. And so I ended up giving it to my daughter, but I was kind of jealous. I'm like, ooh, do I want to keep that lip oil stain or not?
Yeah, Joey. Well. I've seen a little bit of the Upchurch stuff. It's funny because I was invited to be on a panel the other day for a creator and Ryan was actually on, and Ryan Upchurch was actually on that panel, and I wasn't able to be on it because I had to be at work. But now I was kicking myself because I was like, oh, I would have loved to have talked to them, but to me, I wanted to keep it more about Kylie and not necessarily the drama between Ryan Upchurch and the whole Ronnie guy and Ikmel and all of that.
Oh, yeah, I did catch a bit of that.
Yeah.
I'm so sick of all of the drama.
Yeah. So yeah, I think it's all.
I'm sick of it. Hey, Rainbow Wolf Pup.
Probably all seems like it's null and void at this point.
Yeah. Right?
So
silly.
Rainbow Wolf Pup, how old are you? Shouldn't you be in bed? Don't you have school tomorrow?
Maybe she's homeschooled.
I'm just playing. Yeah, and Ryan I had never was not aware of who Ryan Upchurch was until this, but he's got like 2-point-some million followers on YouTube. So,
oh my god!
And he made some points that I thought were interesting, but again, I don't want to get involved in any of that.
Betty says, "Thank you, Adam and Deb, for your compassion and thoughtfulness in this case." Aw.
Good thing you didn't make it out of it.
Thank you, Betty.
Who would have doxed the crap out of me?
Hey, Grizz. Good thing you didn't make it up, Adam. They would have doxed the crap out of you.
Yeah. I don't know.
Didn't get on the panel.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was I mean, it would have been nice. I was very honored to be asked to be on that specific channel. And I think I probably will be at some point, just, on their panel, but we'll see. Only if I can bring Deb with me.
I was almost up on Marvin Franks the other night. They asked me, but I was so tired and I'd already like washed my face and put my pajamas on. And I'm like, thank you. I wish you'd have asked 10 minutes earlier.
Well, yeah, the one that the day that I was supposed to be on that there were like 2,000 people in that chat, and I was like,
oh my God.
I might have been a little freaked out.
Yeah, you'd have been great. And when you get on there and there's 2,000 people to say, don't forget to come over and watch Sunny Justice and me and Deb on It's a Crime and Shame.
Right.
As fast as you can. So they don't bleep it out. Sloopy says,
Okay.
I have missed out on a lot, but catch up when awake. I was hoping the drama had died down.
Our drama
Hey,
has.
Jill.
I mean, we don't have any drama.
Yeah, I had a little bit, but I'm ignoring it because I just don't like drama.
Oh, hey, Jill Moser.
Hey, Jill.
You had drama, Deb? Okay, well, we'll ignore it.
Yeah. A certain YouTuber who thought that I should have given him money, donated money and given him money to him, tried to dox me.
Really? Oh,
Yes.
Oh, wait, I know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then when I said, take that off because here's why, he posted that. And so I'm like, you're ridiculous. You just pointed out that you just proved that you tried to dox me. Ding-a-ling.
You're friends with too many people, Deb. You're friends with too many
I'm
people on Facebook.
not friends with that person anymore.
Because I would never even see that stuff.
Yeah. No, it was on YouTube.
Oh, it was on YouTube? Oh, I thought it was on Facebook.
Yes. No, it was on YouTube. Yeah.
Wow.
People are crazy. I don't want to participate in their craziness anymore.
Right.
I'm done with it.
So, does anyone want to know Deb's address? I'll put it in the chat.
I will beat you up.
I think it's funny that 8 months ago, before I started going on YouTube, I didn't know what the word doxing meant, and now I feel like it's a word that I hear every other day, and I'm like, oh,
Right?
it's such a stupid word. But
Is it
here we
what?
are.
Blackmail, CJK?
Yeah.
I'm not sure what he's asking, if it's blackmail, the doxing
It's
part,
that
or
blackmail. Like threatening, like to put your name and address out there and stuff like
what?
that.
Mm-hmm. Oh, he tried. He just put most of it out there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
Oh, whatever. So what is going on in the world of crime besides anything new with the Libby and Abby case that you've looked at?
I think that no, I've not seen anything actually. I've not seen anything that I think is reportable. I know that some people are like thinking they found like 35,000 other people under the bridge. Makes no sense. I feel like I've noticed since I've been on YouTube with Delphi that, you know, we've had the fortune of the Anthony Shots information coming out. It's given a lot of people things to talk about. It's giving a lot of new leads on the case.
Mm-hmm.
Murder Sheets then has come out with the Keegan Klein transcripts that I believe gave everyone like this kind of huge influx of things to talk about, including us. And anytime I've noticed there to be a lull in information coming out about Delphi, it seems to be the point where all of this regurgitated old information starts to come up in various forms of factuality. Most of it not factual. Most of it's things that were rumors early on. They got dispelled. They got proven to be wrong. or they're just things that everyone speculates over again.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel like we're at kind of one of those points in the case, and I'm just being honest with everyone, that I feel like there's not a lot of new information coming out. I feel like you have a lot of people, and I'm not dissing anyone, but I feel like you have a lot of people that are just regurgitating the same information over and over again. That's not something that I want to do. It's not something I'm interested in doing. I think you're the same, Deb.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't have a problem repeating information if it's confirmed, factual, important parts of the case, or important characteristics of the girls that are just something that are nice to talk about. But I don't have any interest in going on and on about whether we think Ron Logan could be the bridge guy or blah 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 or this or that.
Yeah. I mean, people were talking
like that's
about
kind of where we're at right now.
People were talking about that this week because of the FBI. What is her name? Jennifer, I can't say her last name, had come out and made the statement on Twitter saying she still believes that Ron Logan
Who is that?
was guilty. She's an FBI. She was an FBI person that I think might have been involved with writing the warrant. She does a lot of consulting and had
with the Ron Logan warrant.
Yeah, she had worked as a consultant now because she's retired FBI, I believe. I can't say her last name. Yeah. Somebody put it in the chat if you know it. She had said on Twitter, I still believe that Ron Logan was the murderer, but then she deleted it very quickly. People had screenshotted it. So I think that's why the Ron Logan case is being talked about a lot. John Kelly has a new video out.
Okay.
And oh yeah, I was so excited when I saw that. And
do you want to fangirl out and tell us about it?
Yeah, I watched him today, and I was like, you just listen to him. Ken Maines is another one, and of course, Cop Facts. But you listen to them, and Steve has had some good ones too. And they're those aha
Thank
moments.
You, Savannah.
There are those aha moments, Yeah, Jennifer Kofendorfer.
Yeah, I was just saying. I was just saying. Thank you, Savannah. I didn't mean to interrupt you, Deb.
Yeah, no problem. There are those aha moments with them where you're like, oh my gosh, that is so true. And I had one of those aha moments with John Kelly's video today, and I totally want to watch it again. But he said he has never seen a situation where a revenge hit person, where a hit was done out of revenge, where they took the time to leave decorations or whatever at the scene. People who are doing that don't spend time with the bodies. And we know that law enforcement has said that he did, and they don't do that posing and all that stuff. So he really does not feel that it is any kind of a revenge hit. And he feels that was sexual in some nature. And he says, okay, so then law enforcement, there's rumors saying that there was no rape or molestation or whatever. But he said, people who like to look, and we know that there are people involved with, the CP who love to look, that's enough gratification for them sometimes to just stage the scene, to look at the bodies, in different ways, that's enough gratification for them sometimes. And it's sick. Yeah, it is sick. But I know, right. But I just really thought it was an excellent video. Of course, he does the best. And I would encourage everyone to listen to him.
Okay. And that was just released today?
I found it today, and I believe it was released today. I think it popped up, and that's why I saw it.
Right. So John Kelly was saying, just so I'm clear, that a crime can be so sexual in nature doesn't necessarily mean that there was a sexual assault occurring with the body, at least.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Yeah, I don't want to talk about that's sick. I don't want to think about it. I mean, I get what he's saying. I understand it, but
I have pointed out before that the research that, if my husband has talked about this when I've asked him before, that sometimes those people who are budding rapists / serial killers cannot perform the first time or two, that's something they build up to. So yeah.
I mean, if you really go deep into the psyche of some sexually motivated killers, sometimes it's not even the act of the actual sexual act that is the high for them. Sometimes it's the holding off from the sexual act that can create the high for them. The anticipation, all of that. And again, that's speculation, but I know that I respect John Kelly.
Yeah,
so
he is.
Be uncomfortable to talk about this stuff because we're discussing children, but
right. And I mean, that's what he does.
Yeah.
He's seen a lot. That's what he does.
Chaotic.
It doesn't mean that chaotic. Doesn't mean that there couldn't have been a feeling of some revenge if the person was angry, if Bridge Guy was angry. Like, for instance, if he was angry that she brought Abby along.
Right.
There could have been some.
I mean, rage and revenge can be sexual in nature.
Right.
I can totally right turn, but chaotic. I can't wait to see your Halloween decorations all in action.
Yeah. I'm wondering, chaotic, did you go to Target today? I sent her some information about stuff I saw at Target that was really cool. So yeah. Let's see. Let's look at the chat here. Oh, Anna Lisette says apparently the heaviness of the engine drags the car nose down and then it turns over when it enters the water.
Right.
Some also said air in the tires would add to car flipping. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I was trying to describe, the floatiness.
Good night, support. Thank you for popping in.
Hey, Steph.
We love you.
She leaving us?
She said she was popping in to show support before she was going to bed.
Yeah. Steph, we have, our schedule is going to be, it's a little different this week just because Sunny needed a little break to do some things, but we're going to be on Sunday, Wednesday, and Fridays.
Yeah.
Is that right?
Yeah,
Sunday, Wednesday, and Friday.
we just kind of knocked out our Monday night show. Just because four nights a week was getting to be a little much, but
yeah.
And then, like I said, and then this week with, Sunny's got a lot going on. For everyone that knows, her job's ending at the end of the month, and she's just got a lot going on as far as getting her next steps, put in place with what she's going to do career wise, and for work. So Deb and I decided to jump on tonight, and like I said, originally it was going to be just a chill, hang out, like chat,
talk about life
a little bit, and then I walked out of that soccer game tonight, and I was like, oh, they found Kylie Rodney. So
yeah.
But no, we will be back. Deb, are you and I going to come on Wednesday night? Well, because we are going to be on Thursday night this week as well, because we have a special episode with Angela Thomas.
And I probably will not be able to be on Thursday night. So,
yeah.
So,
and we will let her
Wednesday.
Okay. Yeah. So, Deb and I will probably be on Wednesday night, and then Sunny will be back on Thursday.
Yeah.
If we let her. I could just change the password to StreamYard and she can't even go back in. Just playing.
Joey says John Kelly is very good and I do listen to him, but he can be wrong. Anybody can be wrong. But they've got years and years of doing that. I have a lot of faith in what he says. So doesn't mean it's 100% right. Just, like you said, you could be wrong. I just don't think it was any kind of a set up with a professional, because, like you said, a professional hit person would, the other thing he said is they would choose to find a time when Libby was by herself, not with another person.
Yeah.
I think Ken Main said that part. And then, you know, why would the killer spend time with the bodies and leave all those things at the scene and take a trophy?
Yeah. CJK, Angela Thomas is I don't want to get this wrong. She is a well-known psychic medium that has done a profile on the Delphi case in the past. And Sunny has talked to her in the past privately, but she's going to come on the channel on Thursday night and do an interview. To what regard, I'm not entirely sure, because it's going to be live. So as soon as I get more information on it, I'll let you know. But you can look her up on YouTube. I mean, she's got a huge presence, and she's pretty well respected as far as like the psychic community goes. I don't think Deb or I are either the best person to like explain that or
To
describe
judge,
it. So
yeah. Not to describe
I find it very
or
fascinating and interesting, but I don't know 100%.
Lisa says we can give Sunny a group letter of reference.
Yeah.
How would her next employer like to come be in the chat?
Yeah. However, I am very excited to talk to Angela Thomas, because I find that all really fascinating and interesting. So I'm excited to talk to her on Thursday night. Hey, Teresa.
Yeah, hey, Teresa Fountain. Good to see you, girl. Joey says, yes, Deb, I don't think that either, but I do think it's a drug revenge murder, and the killers are showing their true colors by leaving what they did. Possibly. We just don't know, do we?
Yeah.
SP74 says, has she ever solved a case? I don't know that. Do you know, Adam?
I don't know. Like I said, I feel very inadequate right now discussing her, because I don't know all the information. Sunny is the one that has set this up and knows a lot about her. And I know a lot of people that are normally in the chat know who she is. But I do find the whole thing interesting. So I'm excited to talk to her. Yes. And Savannah, I have had that thought many times in my life as well. So, but I keep an open mind, and I just I don't take anything. I take everything with a grain of salt, unless I'm given irreversible proof that it, can be. I like to have concrete evidence before I agree with anything. But I can find it interesting. Rainbow Wolf says, I love conspiracy alien visits, won't stay long. Right. So very unlike me, but I got hooked on some show the other night that it's been on for a couple seasons, called The Secret of Skinwalker Ranch. Have you ever heard of this?
Ew, no, but that sounds scary.
And it is. It's all it's very paranormal.
Louisiana?
Yeah. No, it's in Utah. The Utah Basin. But very interesting. Oh, Never Silences. I love that show. I guess it was on the History Network, and I started watching it on Netflix, and then I found season 2 on Hulu, I believe. So
yeah, that kind of stuff I don't like.
I know
it scares me. I'm like, ooh.
Yeah, it was unlike me to start a show like that, but I did it. I was laying in bed watching it. You texted me that night. You were like, why are you only responding to me with one word answer? I was like, I'm watching a show on Netflix.
I know. I was like, Adam, blah, 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 blah. And you, no. But Adam, blah, 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 no.
I'm trying to learn about UFOs.
And then I'm like, oh, he's going to get it. Why are you responding to me with only one word?
100%. That's what I was doing.
Was
laying on
funny.
my couch. I was laying on my couch like.
So your response was more like, no.
Yeah. So shine a light in my window.
Oh my gosh. Okay, did you sleep okay that night, or were you like freaked out?
That stuff doesn't scare me. Yeah.
Yeah. I don't like to be alone. I don't mind it during the day, but I do not like to be alone in the house at night.
See, I'm with like chaotic. Like I can watch like I could like curl up to like a life-size thing of Michael Myers from Halloween and just like cuddle up and like fall right to sleep. I fall asleep watching murder documentaries all the time.
If you guys don't know, Chaotic has a life-size body of Michael Myers. And
right.
It is so creepy and realistic looking.
It is.
I bet Halloween is amazing at her house. I want to see pictures.
Well, she's already. Yeah, I mean, she's she started like a week and a half ago, like 2 weeks ago, I think.
Well,
decorating for Halloween.
All the Halloween stuff just came out within a couple weeks ago. So you have to get it because it's going to be gone.
Yeah.
That stuff goes quickly, and there was some really cool stuff out. I saw these black wrought iron candelabras, and the part that the candle set in was a rose, but it was all black. They were so cool looking, and I'm like, they were so detailed and pretty that you could use those, spray them like white, use them in a wedding or something, but in black they were really like
gothic.
Yeah, real goth looking.
So I mean, the Chaotic posts a lot of her Halloween stuff on her community page and everything like that. So for anyone that's not subscribed to Chaotic, please go over and subscribe to Chaotic. Not only does like she put Halloween stuff out, but she brings light to a lot of lesser known cold cases, unsolved crimes, and she's just a kick-ass chick and wonderful creator. And I have the utmost respect
gorgeous.
for her. So,
and she's gorgeous.
Go follow Chaotic.
She's gorgeous.
She's one of my very faves.
Anna Lisette says, I believe some have psychic ability, but they tend to go off on rails when they attempt to answer every question. Yeah, that lady that used to be on Montel Williams. What was her name?
You lost me at Montel Williams, Deb.
Oh my gosh, what was her name? Somebody put it in the chat. I know you know who I'm talking about.
Miss Cleo?
No. Miss Cleo.
Dionne Warwick?
Sylvia
Brown.
Yeah. She would try to answer every single question. And like, yeah. Chaotic says, Lisa, I do have the 12-inch skeleton. Or is that 12 feet or 12-inch? I can't see it.
12
skeleton.
12
feet.
Skeleton.
Yeah, only one little thing. Okay. 12
Sloopy.
feet. Sylvia Brown, right.
Sloopy, I have been referred to as Ezekiel before because I did have platinum blonde hair as a child, and I did grow up on a farm with cornfields on 3 sides of my house. Wasn't his name Ezekiel? From Children of the Corn?
I don't know.
So I'll send you a picture. I'll send you a picture, Sloopy.
Joey says, I don't know what to call what I have, so I just call it a gift. I can't control it, but it's never been wrong. I see things before and after they happen. Molly says, I always remember Dionne Warwick and Miss Cleo. I think that was the 900 number pre-internet.
Yeah, Molly.
Psychic Friends Network.
Yeah. And Joey, I think what you're saying is a very, I think that's something that a lot of people have different varying degrees of, where, some people call it intuition, some people call it, different things. So
yeah,
I don't discount or or criticize that at all.
Anna says, when driving past cornfields, especially at night, be alert for deer. They run in and out of the fields across. That's true.
Absolutely. And apparently so do demonic blonde-haired children.
What?
Children of the Corn.
Oh. Journey said, if y'all had the experience I did, you would probably ditch Halloween. Okay, Journey, we got to hear that one.
Yeah.
Lisa says, Joey, I believe it, but it would be cool if you could give and get the lottery numbers.
Right.
You got to take advantage of Joey's gifts like that. Come on now. Sloopy, I don't like scary movies either. I mean, not that I won't watch one, but I got to have a whole lot of people with me.
How do you guys not like scary movies? You're literally on a true crime channel where we talk about horrific, horrible things.
I know, but
So, I mean,
like the thought of Michael Myers chasing me.
so we can literally talk, and I'm not making light. I'm not joking, so we can literally talk about like Delphi, but Michael Myers scares you.
Yeah. Well, you know, I saw that movie when I was a teenager, Halloween. And
it's my favorite. It's my very favorite scary movie.
Jamie, what's her face in the closet and twisting a hanger to jab him in the eye. I mean, It was intense.
And when it's funny when you rewatch the original Halloween, and I know some people don't like horror movies, but when you rewatch the original Halloween, it's all suspense. I mean, it's not like a gore fest, like you would see with some like horror movies now. I mean, the fear and everything is all anticipation and everything like that. I still think Annie got a raw deal in that movie, but I love Halloween. I think Halloween is a masterpiece horror film.
It was intense. Chaotic says, give me all the spooky stuff. Yeah. She would be Chaotic. You would be best friends with my friend Judy.
I was a big Stephen King. I read a lot of books too, though.
She loves it. She loves the scary movies, the scary books. Like if it's storming, she's like, oh, it's storming. It's a scary movie night, and she'll sit there and watch the scariest, the worst ones. She loves it.
What's the scariest movie you've ever seen?
Probably Dawn of the Living Dead.
Really?
Yeah.
That doesn't scare me at all.
That totally creeped me out. I was like 16 or 17 years old.
Yeah.
When it first came out. You weren't even born. You didn't see that one.
I've seen it. No, I've seen it, and I've seen the remake.
Okay.
My ex partner was a huge horror movie. Like, I've seen every horror movie. I mean, I like horror movies in myself. I'm not big into the really gory ones. Like I don't watch a lot of I don't like the ones like Saw and like
I couldn't do that.
Hostel and those. Like, to me, like I like the ones that can be scary without being grotesque.
Yeah.
Like gore. They don't have to be gore porn to me.
Yeah.
Although, like, Halloween's my favorite scary movie, but the scariest movie, I think the scariest movie I've ever seen probably is The Strangers.
I haven't seen that one.
That movie, because it's about a home invasion. And so to me, like, that movie, because it's so realistic.
Yeah, yeah.
And I mean, and it's so senseless. I mean, they just picked this house because they had the lights on. Because they had the front porch light on. That's the only reason that these intruders picked the house. And to me, that's terrifying. Because it's something that could really happen.
Are you back? Are you still frozen? Oh, there we go. Now you're unfrozen. Darn it. You know, I like... what is the movie that oh, what's her name? It was her and her daughter in a house, and somebody breaks in and they go in the panic room.
Oh, your Panic Room.
Jodie Foster. Yeah. It's called Panic Room. Like,
yeah.
I like that kind of suspense. That doesn't bother me. That doesn't scare me. It's the like creepy, weird, gory.
Yeah.
Somebody chasing you.
Yeah. So you don't mind like a suspense film.
Right. I love suspense films. I just don't like the.
Yeah. And
scary.
I like anything Stephen King. Like I love
like Stephen
I've
King.
read it all like
he's a messed up dude.
It is probably the scariest book I've ever read.
Okay, when I watched Pet Cemetery, I was like, this man is messed up in the head. Crazy, crazy, crazy. Rainy days, you and I would be alike. She says the same thing. She's got to have somebody there if she watches a scary movie.
Yeah. Oh, what is this? Rainbow Wolf Pup. I want to decorate now and now wait. I don't think Halloween should have a month. It should be a full year long. Oh, well, you're gonna have a best friend in Chaotic there. Oh, yeah, do it, Rainbow. She said, "Do it, Rainbow Pup." I have started and I'm loving it.
I get frustrated when I go in and I see like that Christmas is already out. I'm like, let's do one holiday at a time. I gotta get fall and Halloween out of the way, and then Thanksgiving,
right?
And then we'll do Christmas.
Deb, what do you think of Support with Stefa's suggestion for a horror film?
I would suggest 50 Shades of Grey.
I've never seen it. I've never read it or seen it.
I haven't either.
But Chaotic, I am there.
What did Chaotic say?
You two got invited.
Yep. Awesome. Am I going to be scared? Journey says, if I see someone watching a scary movie, I figure they have already gone over the edge. Joey says,
Jenny. Come on, Jenny. You can handle scary.
Yeah. Joey says, you want to scare, let's see, you want scary? Try being in the woods at night alone and a Sasquatch screams at you. That will scare the crap out of me.
Now, Lisa.
Because I would think, that's some insane person trying to pretend they're a Sasquatch. I need to get out of here.
Now, Lisa,
I had a Sasquatch.
Right. I had your back, Lisa, and now you're being just a little shady there. No, I'm kidding. That's funny.
Lisa, you are so funny.
And
you crack me up.
And that is not a movie I would want to see. No offense.
Molly says, although BG walking and down the hill just give me the chills, right? Me too. I want more video and audio too, but just what we have is scary enough already. It is. Like, there was a period of time when when all that happened and they released that footage or that footage and the audio. And, I would be watching a YouTube channel late at night and it would, as soon as it came on, it would creep me out. There was something so evil. You could just hear the evil, to me in that voice.
I've woken up from dreams about Bridge Guy before.
Really?
Yeah.
What did you dream? Do you remember?
Yeah. I've had nightmares about Bridge Guy before, and that's been the few times it's happened have been the times that I've kind of been like, I'm going to take a couple of days off because, I'm like, I feel like when you start dreaming about something like that, it's time to step away from it.
Right.
But yeah, no, I had a dream one time that I came home and like Bridge Guy was in my condo.
Oh, wow. That would be scary.
Yeah. It's not true. I mean, it's, completely manifested in my head, but I'm like, but
yeah. Okay, so 2 things. one thing I want to say is I have woken up in the middle of the night and I hear Sonny's voice in my head.
Basically, like Bridge Guy. I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
I literally wake up because as I can hear her talking in my head. And I'm like, oh God, please. I need some rest. But you know, like when you're just, it's like a song. When you get like an earworm, what they call an earworm, where you keep singing that song, a song over and over in your head. That's how it is with Sonny.
I had a dream. I had a dream one night that the entire dream I was going over copyright material in my head.
Oh my God.
And about like what was copyrighted and what could be used and what was fair use and what couldn't be. And like I woke up, I felt exhausted because the entire dream I had been playing through like copyright issues in my head.
That's a little bit crazy.
Yeah. YouTube.
There was something else I was going to tell you, and I can't remember what it was now. I'm going to go back up. Maybe there was something in the chat that reminded me of something.
Sloopy says Silence of the Lambs was good. Yes, that was a good.
Oh yeah, that was.
And I look at that kind of like Panic Room. I think that's more of a suspense film than horror, in my opinion.
It is, but it's.
I know it's considered horror.
Yeah, it was still scary because you know there's people out there that are really like that. Yeah.
That eat people.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. I mean, but like I've not met any.
How do you know? How do you know?
Guess I don't.
You just don't know.
Oh, that was Lake Michigan. That was a good movie.
What was that? What'd she say that one was?
Yeah, I went to see that one reluctantly.
The Exorcism of Emily Rose.
I was like, oh, this is just gonna be another silly exorcism movie, and that movie creeped me out.
Yeah.
Religious based horror movies are always a little scary to me anyway, because I grew up so deeply involved in the church.
What did they do to you?
And I have
I grew up
in
a
last rites. Do you see my last rites cross?
Yeah. Were you
with
Catholic?
The rosary? No, I'm not. But that has like holy water and the candles inside of it that they put on. They put it on a bedside table when they read the last rites. And then I've got about 9 rosaries that I've gotten across around the world from different churches that I've had blessed by ministers and priests.
Cool. Sloopy says, I have had a fever dream. I was beating up my sister because she knew who BG was and never told anybody. Oh, Sloopy. You're like us. You've studied too much.
Yeah.
Anna says if BG plans his next activity here in my area, he's likely to take a permanent swim in a big river. The fish have to eat too, right?
Chaotic, is that October 14th? Is that when that comes out? I can't remember. I know. I mean, I can't wait to see it, but I think I figured it was the 14th or the 17th, whatever that Friday is.
Oh, I know what I was going to say. Here in Indianapolis, growing up, we had a character that came on called Sammy Terry. Like cemetery, but his name was Sammy Terry. And he was dressed up like a ghoul. He had the makeup on and everything. And he was the host of the Friday night scary movie. And, it was like the movies like The Blob and The Birds and things like that. And
Good
so
movies.
he would come on and he had this crazy laugh that he did at the beginning. And it would totally freak my cousin out every single time.
Journey.
And
I'm sorry.
His son still does the character, dresses up just like him and does the character here in Indy. at birthday parties, and sometimes he's on Facebook. That's like a tradition.
Okay, I'll get to Steve in a second. But Journey, did you get to go to the state fair in North Carolina or Indiana? Because I didn't know if they had this North Carolina one. I didn't know about it, and I'm like 2 hours from Raleigh.
Yeah.
But
I went.
True Crime Web for the win with the weird, creepy comment.
Reaching into a closet and touching flesh while looking at a bad guy can be quite exhilarating. Steve, you're freaking me out here.
Especially when we know he's never used handcuffs for fun purposes.
Oh, how about that? Chaotic has pictures with Sammy Terry and with his son, Sammy Terry. He does it on Facebook now. Yeah, he has a Facebook show where he does the Friday night movie. It's really cool.
Yeah.
I wish I could do the laugh.
He was your substitute teacher, Sloopy. What?
What? Sammy Terry was the best. He was my substitute teacher in junior high. The son or the real Sammy Terry? Oh, that's pretty cool.
Yeah, Journey, I didn't go to the one in NC. I actually didn't know they had it already. But, it is that time of year. I should have known. We had the Mad Monster Fest in Charlotte, I think this past weekend, which was a horror movie convention, kind of like Crime Con, but for horror films.
Uh-huh.
And
that's cool.
Can't remember who was there this year. I wasn't overly impressed with the guest list, but I've never been.
Yeah. Steve. Oh my word.
Yeah, that's awesome, Sleepy. Well, Deb, what do you think? Should we get out of here soon? It's 12:30.
Yeah.
We've been on for an hour and a half. I feel bad now we're joking around about horror movies, and this was such a sad, heavy thing that we started talking about earlier tonight.
Hey, there's CD. Hey, CD.
Hey, CD. We were talking about your Reddit Red Talk that you posted. Was it yesterday or the day before? So
it was a couple days.
We dropped the link to it. So if anyone has that and wants to drop it again, I would appreciate it.
Yeah. Make sure you check that out. Go check out John Kelly Profiler's new video.
Yeah. Friday. Yeah, and I'm just CD. I'm honestly, I was just excited to see a video popped up from your page.
Yeah, always good. He's always interesting.
Yeah.
We've been blessed with some really good friends on here.
Right. And
Steve and Marvin Frank and Sleuth.
Right. And Steve, who is in the chat as well, has had some really good content. About Kylie Rodney, about different things this week. So again, shout out to True Crime Web.
So if you did just jump on just to rehash everything that Adventures with Purpose did locate Kylie Rodney's car and her body was inside. They informed the parents. It was in the Prosser Creek Reservoir. Yeah, right. In about 14 feet of water, and the vehicle was turned upside down. So prayers and our thoughts go out to her family and her friends, and we'll have to wait to see what the autopsy says.
I'm sure again, if it goes anything like most cases, we'll probably find the preliminary autopsy results out relatively quickly throughout this week, which I would assume would entail whether there was water in the lungs. Toxicology and things like that are going to, of course, take always longer. But there's not a good. It's like what's the best of a bad situation, and in my opinion, I hope that it was an accident. I hope that it was just a tragic, stupid, unnecessary accident. and not something sinister, because
Right.
this pain is already going to be hard enough for the family to go through, and I would just hate to see them have to go through anything multi-layered.
We've already lost one young person, and we don't want any other young people to have been involved and see their lives ruined as well.
And I just don't want her family to have to go through the pain of all of that, in addition to the pain they're already going to go through and are going through. So, like I said, there's not a good outcome, but I'm hoping for the sake of her family and for Kylie that she didn't experience anything more than the tragedy she had to have experienced if it was an accident.
No, I agree.
I hope that made sense. But
yep, I do agree.
Is there anything else that anyone wanted to talk about before we close out? Deb, is there anything you wanted to talk about?
Just it's over now, but happy birthday yesterday to my daughter. Or
how old is she?
An hour ago. 33. 33.
Oh, you're old, Deb. You're so old.
I know. Shut
when
up.
When did that happen? I mean, you could have been. You could have been very young when you had her.
I was 5.
It is Indiana.
I know, right?
I did want to say before we go out tonight, I don't know all of the details, but I did read about the 3 Indiana State University football players that were killed in a car accident last night, meaning Saturday night, Sunday morning. And again, my heart goes out to their families, and that's tragic, especially at the beginning of a school year like this. And then to have, 3 promising lives taken away so abruptly. It's tragic.
Joey, I have not heard about the 14-year-old that killed the 13-year-old in Florida. Have you heard
I have
that?
not either, Joey, but I will look into it.
Yeah, we'll check it out.
And if you're in our Facebook group, if you have an article or anything, please post it in there so I can take a look.
Right.
Because you're a member, so I believe you're in our Facebook group. But if you are, just post an article or something.
And if you're watching tonight and you haven't subscribed to us yet, please hit the subscribe button right now. It doesn't cost a thing, but it does help us with our algorithms. And we want to invite you to be a part of our, YouTube family and be a full-time subscriber for us. So do that and then hit the little bell, and that gives you all the alerts when we come on. And also, if you do want to join our membership, you just go ahead and click that there's a little rectangle down there that says join. Click the join button. I think it might be under the $sign too. And then you can join for the Paw Patrol, which is only $1.99. And then that will give you access to our Facebook group. How you do that is go look on Facebook for It's a Criming Shame, answer the 3 questions, and then email Sunny with your Facebook name. Email her at acrimingshame@gmail.com.
Right.
And you can become a subscriber just by pushing the button. Doesn't cost a thing. Or you can become a member, or both. Because we will be doing, as we did tonight, we do subscriber onlys videos. Sometimes we will be doing in the future some members only videos, and those will be more in depth.
Subscribers only. If you're doing a subscriber only, it just means that no one can post comments. On their subscriber.
Right. Yeah. Right. But if you want to comment, you have to be a subscriber to comment if we do subscribers only.
Right.
So that's why I'm saying that. Yeah.
And again, I'm sorry to interrupt you. You were saying about the members.
I don't know.
We are going to be working on some of our members only content soon.
Yeah. Yeah, we're going to do some more in-depth things for members only.
But anyway, someone's going to make fun of us because there were only like 60 people here tonight. But she'll be like, oh,
whatever.
I wasn't there, so no one watched. But
it's because we didn't put a thumbnail up earlier, Sunny.
Right. So, but Deb and I will probably be back on Wednesday. If we're not for any reason, we'll let you know. But Thursday night, Sunny will be back. So, and then we'll get back more into our regular routine.
Yeah. Yep.
Yep. So, anything else?
All right. That's it.
Okay.
That's it for
Well, I
me.
hope everyone had a great weekend. Again, prayers to Kylie's family and prayers to anyone that's going through anything at all right now that they might need some encouragement or
Right.
a little bit of love from, because I know there are a lot of people out there suffering from whatever. So,
Like
lots
I'm
of love.
suffering from Adam.
It's a chronic condition,
It is.
and there's no cure.
Unfortunately. I'm just kidding.
Yeah. Sadly,
Alrighty.
it's progressive too. So, everyone, have a good night. Thank you so much, and we will see you all later in the week. Thank you for joining us.
Bye.